Good evening. My name is Michael Pereira. Get yourself checked. And you're going to ask yourself, check what? How often do you go to the doctor? How often are you getting yourself checked? Is it annually? Semi-annually? Is someone you love getting checked by a doctor annually as well? How about your elders? Are they being taken care of? Who's taking care of them? I've had several friends who have gone through what I'm about to explain to you, and that is Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease has become more common in today's age due to the longer lifespan. Here's why it's important to get checked and to make sure we are bringing up any concerns that we have with a doctor. Alzheimer's disease has been classified as the most common form of dementia, causing mental deterioration of the brain, causing severe memory loss. This can occur in mid-age and old age of a person's life. According to the CDC, Alzheimer's disease is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. CBS News states that Alzheimer's disease is rising in the top 10 list of most leading causes of death because of better diagnosis. Many doctors and scientists are able to find in early stages of Alzheimer's disease and are able to categorize Alzheimer's disease and dementia separately. But better diagnosis isn't the only reason Alzheimer's disease is on the rise. Alzheimer's risks tends to increase with age, so there have been substantial declines in heart disease and strokes. More people are living longer to older ages and developing Alzheimer's. That was from CBS News. Although there are different types of diseases that affect the brain, there is nothing more powerful than the effects of Alzheimer's disease. Each disease being severe in their own way, Alzheimer's disease affects the brain in a cognitive and physical level. And as time goes on, these symptoms get worse, affecting all types of memory, including long-term memory, short-term memory, encoding problems, retrieval failure, a disappearance of storage, and behavioral changes. There is an effect on society when going through Alzheimer's disease. The final stage is the hardest of all, as we see the decline in cognitive and physical abilities. It becomes hard for family members to take care of their loved ones, and seeking a nursing home is common. The patient may lose their ability to communicate and will become dependent on having someone feed them their meals. Swallowing can also be a problem when feeding due to the inability of physical movements in the muscles, making it hard for them. Sitting or standing may be an issue as well. It has been noticed that those who are in the early stages of Alzheimer's disease may experience irritability, anxiety, and depression. However, as the stages progress, signs of anger, aggression, relentlessness, hallucinations, and more will occur. This causes added stress to loved ones that affect their daily lives and those who are around them. It could also affect their work lives, as they will be missing more time, taking unneeded sick days and vacations, and bring high levels of stress. Even with all the medical marvels that we have to offer so far, there are currently no cure for Alzheimer's disease. However, there are multiple drugs that a doctor can provide to improve symptoms. There are treatments that help with cognitive symptoms, such as memory loss, language, and processing information, and treatments that help with behavioral symptoms as emotions do change within the patient. As Alzheimer's progression in the patient, brain cells are no longer able to function and die off, causing bad connections and making cognitive symptoms worse. With medications approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, it helps slow down the process of dying brain cells. And if you get early detected, treatments can start earlier to help slow the process of dying brain cells. One way that you can also use as an alternative method if you don't want to go with the medicine, you can change the environment that one is around, such as removing difficult objects that are in the way and providing a more convenient, less challenging obstacle for them to be around. You'll be more secure, they'll be more secure, and everybody's mind will be at ease. It is also known that we are connected to not only vocal words, but music as well. We can connect to music with different scenarios. There could be a song playing that'll take you back to early memory. You start to recall a memory that'll help you bring back old memories from their hidden storage, like an episodic memory. At the University of New Hampshire, they explain what music therapy is and how it's beneficial for patients. This is what they have to say about it. Musical therapy uses music to address an emotional, cognitive, and social issue in people of all ages. It is often used with people who have disabilities or illnesses, but the healing benefits of music can be enjoyed by anyone and at any age. The process of making and listening to music can provide a channel for communication and expression that may go beyond what is easily expressed in words. In an interview that I had with a friend of mine, I had asked her some questions. She is going through a scenario where her mother has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So here are a few questions that I had to ask her. I asked her, did you notice any changes in behavior that made you say, we need to see a doctor? And she says that it's been about 10 years, more progressive in the last 3. Mom usually was very talkative and active. At first, she struggled finding the right words for certain things and slowly stopped chatting and engaging. She would forget people she knew for years and slowly forget in her family. She was never concerned about forgetfulness, and she just got much quieter. Eventually, she stopped being able to use small appliances, then the microwave, and in the last 2 years, the washing machine and dryer. She didn't engage much. It seems to me too much work to pay attention or to think deeply enough to respond. So she usually stays, I don't know, or I don't care. I had also asked her, how much time do you take out of your day to make sure your mother's taken care of? She says that she's an executor and a power of attorney, so she spends a lot of her time managing her finances, and she no longer can take care of it all the time. She can't be left alone, and she spends about every Friday with her unless she's away. And the hardest part for her, suffering with a family member with Alzheimer's, is that she's always worried. Her mom can't tell her what's wrong. She can't understand why she has to leave when she does. She gets sad sometimes and can't believe she doesn't get the help that she needs. She feels helpless. My mom was a brilliant RN who spoke multiple languages and read constantly and did the New York Times crossword puzzle in under an hour. Now, she doesn't know what toast is. She'll show her a picture of toast. I have no idea. In conclusion, being able to detect Alzheimer's disease early can be beneficial, emotional, and financially beneficial for everyone. The patient themselves can determine their course of treatment with time and writing information down before they lose cognitive abilities. So it is a great idea to make sure when you talk to a doctor that you inform them of all your issues that you may have, concerns, so they can detect early. These learning and memory techniques are crucial in our everyday lives and can be easily taken for granted. Alzheimer's disease is powerful and will take away all cognitive and physical abilities, along with any way of processing memories and episodic and semantic memories. There are many challenges that come with Alzheimer's disease that affect the patient and their families around them. Although it can be easily mistaken for aging, it is important to keep notes of all the challenges one faces and make sure to get checked by a doctor for possible early detection. With early detection, patients and their families have more time to make critical decisions on the best way to get treated physically and financially, and gain more information and support with one another, and spend all the time that they can with their families. I'm Michael Pereira, and thank you for listening.